Greetings interwebs, my name is Razeor, and welcome to the story of a man named Stanley. This is a game we've been waiting for ages. It's the Stanley Parable, not the mod anymore. It's a full game, and I'm really kind of captivated by this thing over here. So let's begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Exactly.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk
in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
This sounds like the most boring job in the world.
How long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-wrenching, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
That's weird.
And Stanley
was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him.
Poor Stanley.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so what's gonna happen? Can I jump? Doesn't feel like I can crouch though. What's going on in here?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Aliens.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, let's go to the memo. What? Does that? Oh no, never mind. What's going on in here then? Ooh, there's a. They're preparing the ceiling. I see. They also appear to be having a mug collection or something to do with that. 416.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now, did he?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, he did.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Ooh.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
It is.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I would now drink this room. Okay, I've done drinking the room.
But
let's
eager
go.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright. Although I'm very tempted to go in there. Right, I'm going to be playing this game multiple times. Got a problem with that?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay, I'll do as it says first.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Oh no.
Feeling a wave of
Tips for not
disbelief,
getting fired.
Stanley decided to go
talk
up to
less.
his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I did ball up and say you took out passive-aggressively on other co-workers, resent co-workers for not supporting you more. Wow. Using slides to assure the employees everything's okay. Oh my word. What else? Everyone is unique. You most of all. Okay. That's not too stupid. Number of slides on this slide. Slides. Oh, flipping hell. Oh, what's going on here? Room closet. Ooh, I can open doors.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay, I will do that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright. What's in here? I want to go in the executive bathroom. Let's see what's in here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
So
What he
these
could
glasses
not have known was that the keypad
behind
the
the
boss's
boss's
desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
But simply by pressing random numbers.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
Sorry, I
Stanley
have
happened
played
to
the
input
original
the
mod.
correct
I'll
code
tell you that
by
now.
sheer luck. Amazing.
Yeah.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, that passageway. I see. What's going on in here then? Does Stanley go into the lift? Looks like he does. Now, what's happening? Loading, loading, loading. This is a lot nicer than the first game, I've got to say.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his
job, and to push the
Why did he
buttons he
do
would
this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Right. Oh, it's cold down here.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
If flight is on, call exit 914 immediately. External 914. Okay, fine. Mind control facility, escape. Let's go in the mind control facility first. What's this button?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Whoa.
What horrible secret did this place hold?
Maybe it's
Stanley
mind
thought to
control.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, he did. Let's carry on. What's going on? Right, I can press the camera button, and that is it. So we'll press the camera button.
Now,
Whoa!
the characters jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
They
Each bore the
displayed
number
numbers.
of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
Crikey.
reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Wow. Which one's mine?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
my word.
emotions had been
a lift.
manipulated to accept it blindly?
What's up here? Take me up.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
What is
Had he
this?
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh, what?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it
Crikey.
monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never
One.
again exert its terrible power
Two.
over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I have no idea what that does. So it's off right now. That's useful. Console disabled. Right, okay. What's in here? What is this? Very interesting is what it is. Now, here? All the buttons are offline, yep. Oh no, this is offline as well. Let's go to the power. Wow, what's going on here? These wires floating.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I agree. But then he couldn't find his way out, so he turned it back on again.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
He had won. He had
That's nice.
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
Crikey, yes.
Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Oh, wow.
No longer would anyone tell him where to
It's
go,
opening
what to do.
awesome
or
beds.
Whatever
That's like
life
cutting edge
it is,
technology there.
It will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
I
Stanley
even
stepped
jump.
through the
You
open
can't
door.
jump. What's going on here? Oh
Stanley
no, I'm in
felt the
automatic
cool
mode.
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Turn round.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
It's pretty.
And Stanley was happy.
Indeed he was.